Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another 8-4 Magic Origins draft. And the real choice here is between Sigiled Starfish and Reeve Soul. I do like scrying. I like killing things too. Probably, I guess, go with the removal. Starfish has been really good for me though in this format. In general, blocks well. Scry every turn definitely adds up. I still think I'd take Reeve Soul. Yeah, I guess we take the removal. Alright, follow-up pick. Well, there's a Sigil of the Empty Throne. We do have Fetid Imp, which keeps us in black. Lightning Javelin in red, which is pretty good, not amazing. Not necessarily worth going into taking over Fetid Imp when I can pair Fetid Imp with my Reeve Soul and be pretty happy. Fetid Imp's been pretty good in the format. I think it actually started off, I thought it was better. It's not as good as I first thought it was, but it's still good. It still blocks well. Sigil is certainly an interesting card. It's a build around. It's not my favorite build around. Black-white is where it's going to shine the most. It's a rare. If this were a Swiss draft, I might take it. I think I'll take the Fetid Imp. Okay with that. Gideon's Phalanx, you say. It's not bad. It does spit out a bunch of knights, which is good. But not absolutely in love with it. I kind of like the Naturalist here. There's not a black pick I want. Some pretty good green picks, actually. And I think Naturalist is the best one. I like the Alpha, too. Yeah, nothing else super insane in here. I think I'm going to take the Naturalist over the Phalanx. I do think Phalanx is fine. 8 power, 8 toughness. Add instant speed for 7 mana. It's not bad. I mean, maybe since it's third pick. Think we could table that Sigil of the Empty Throne? It's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Maybe I do take the... I mean, I haven't played with it yet. I guess we'll try it. It's seems like a pretty powerful rare, I guess. Alright, here I think we take Shambling Ghoul over the Rune Servitor. There's Turn to Frog and Disperse as well, but I think we take the Ghoul. I like Ghoul. Alright, Blood Curse Knight's a good reason to stay black-white. And it's more incentive to pick up enchantments. Otherwise, in black, there's nothing crazy except like Consecrated by Blood, which is obviously good for the enchantment deck. But let's take this knight here. Maybe this works out for us. Okay, I can take the first Undead Servant. Or I can take Necromantic Summons. This is cool because you can pull from any graveyard, which I do think is good. But we're only in pack 1. I might be able to make an Undead Servant plan work. I haven't done it yet. I really don't like the Undead Servant synergy that much, but there's some stuff that synergizes well with it. And it's probably better than Necromantic Summons most of the time, maybe. Well, if you end up with 4 of them, it is, but otherwise, I think those are the only 2 picks worth anything. Alright, well that's interesting. There's another Undead Servant. There's also Weight of the Underworld, and Fiery Conclusion pick number 7 is pretty surprising. But I feel like we haven't seen any other red, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. That could just mean not a lot of red was open, so no one jumped in, and which is hence why this is so late. But to be honest, I kind of want to take the Undead Servant now. Getting 2 in pack 1 could actually end up pretty well for us. Deadbridge Shaman seems like a nice pickup. It's a late Llanowar Empath, but I think the Shaman's fine. We're definitely in black. I'll take Evolving Wilds. Nothing else here that really matters. I think Macabre Waltz is actually fine. Alright, we did table the Sigil of the Empty Throne. Oh, there's also the third Undead Servant. Well, I think actually we're gonna go towards the Undead Servant plan. It doesn't help that I don't have any enchantments yet anyway, but having two Undead Servants and getting a third one, I think we're gonna actually build ourselves an Undead Servant deck, surprisingly. And getting one that late is a good sign too, because that means no one is going to care about Undead Servant this draft. None of these cards really matter. I could take the Grasp in case I end up black-white anyway. Obviously, the Sigil would have worked better with that, but it's a good card in general, and it's going to work well with Blood Curse Knight if I do end up in white. Obviously, I'm not necessarily in white yet. All right, Return Centaur actually has some synergies with Undead Servant. Infernal Scarring's got synergy with Blood Curse Knight, but that's okay. We're not, I don't think we're in red, so we'll pass to that player and maybe let him know we're not going to do red. And that way, maybe we get hooked up in either black or white or some other color, perhaps, if we don't end up in black or white. Okay, well, no Undead Servants. There is Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, which is fine. There's Nantuko Husk, which is also fine, but not terribly exciting. I think I might actually just want the Foundry here. I'm a huge proponent, advocate of the Foundry. And typically you end up with enough playables in a deck. Although this deck's got some questionable cards, especially if we don't end up in white. But there's nothing in here that screams to me first pick. So Foundry just seems like something I'm going to be guaranteed playing and could pan out well for us. Alright, another Blood Curse Knight. Still good. I think I might just want to Read the Bones. It's a guaranteed play. And I like drawing cards. Tower Geist is also quite strong. Eyeblight Assassin is fine, but I think we're going to take the Read the Bones here. Could table that black-white card too. Alright, well, War Oracle. Maybe this is more incentive I need to go deeper white. You don't have to play black-white enchantments either. You can just play black-white value. Nothing in black I care about in here. Husk is fine, not amazing. War Oracle certainly seems like the strongest card left in this pack, so I think we will take it. Okay, well, we're getting hooked up with some white, which is nice. Wow, Dragon Invocation. I do love it. But could take the Wingmare, which is fine since we have a lot of creatures. Unholy Hunger's removal, though. And currently our removal is Reeve Soul, so I think I might just take the Unholy Hunger, hope to table one of these white cards, which I think is possible. Anointer is a great pickup here. It's just a powerful card. I think I do take it. I think we're ultimately just going to be in black-white. Shambling Ghoul would also be a fine pickup, but I actually think Anointer is quite good. Borderline very good. Could take the Possessed Scab, splash it with an Evolving Wilds, but that makes the Foundry worse. But then again, there's nothing else in this pack I care about. Guardian Automaton's playable, but doesn't matter, so I think we'll just take the Possessed Scab anyway. So we have Totem Guide, Hartebeest, which can currently find Grasp of the Hieromancer. I might just want to do that. Could still find a Suppression Bonds or another black enchantment maybe I want to play. Otherwise, Eyeblight Assassin seems fine too. Kills Thopters, but I think I will actually take the Hartebeest. I've got the Blood Curse Knight, which I think I'd like to try and play as well. Alright, Valor, I don't think so. I think we take Deadbird Shaman number 2. It's just a good card. Right, I'll take the tabled Husk. Not terribly exciting, but playable. So we've got enough cards for a deck. I think the cards likely not to make the deck, or at least that I would like to not make the deck, are even the Return Centaur, even though it works with the Undead Servants. We managed to pick up 0 Undead Servants out of that pack, which isn't the greatest. I could see myself playing Return Centaur, possibly, but would prefer not to, I guess. Okay, we did table the Blood Curse Knight, which is nice. I'd like to pick up some more value enchantments besides this Grasp. Suppression Bonds would be probably the most ideal one since it doesn't go away like Grasp can. Or I guess it can go away, but not likely to go away like Grasp is. We'll just pluck the black card, I guess. Dark Dabbling. Still haven't played this. I don't love it. I don't really like Crow and Jailer, though, so I guess we'll take it. Revenant, not very playable, to be honest, even when you have Return Centaur and enough creatures. I just don't think Revenant's all that good. I could see myself playing it in a pinch, but for the most part, it's been very underwhelming. All right, Harbinger of the Tides, Swift Reckoning, some removal, Taupe and Freeblade. I think we take the Reckoning or the Freeblade and hopefully table. We didn't table any white cards, though, unfortunately, out of that heavy white pack, did we? Or maybe we did. I guess just the Blood Curse Knight. Actually, that might not have been in the same pack. I think we just take Taupe and Freeblade here. I do like Swift Reckoning a lot, though. It is good, but we have the Anointer. It's just such a solid card. I think we just have to take the Freeblade. I mean, yeah, granted, there's Unholy Hunger, too, but it just fits our curve too well to not take, I think. All right, this is actually worth a couple tickets, but yeah, Abbott is worth a couple tickets, and we're likely to end up with enough playables. Otherwise, I just take Eyeblight Assassin, but I could see myself not playing it and being just as happy. I'm going to take 2 tickets over a good main deck sideboard card because I think we're going to get enough playables here. I think we're very likely to. Way to the Underworld seems like a fine pickup. There's also Enshrouding Mist. So Way to the Underworld works better with our Blood Curse Knights, but not amazingly well since it likely just kills something. Enshrouding Mist is an excellent combat trick, on the other hand. I think I'm going to take the Enshrouding Mist, hope to wheel the weight, or find another enchantment. Reeve Soul's a nice pickup. Gonna definitely slam that. Wow. Could take the Caves. Is it worth anything? Because it's 100% making our deck, you know? It's really not worth much. Otherwise, I'd probably just take an Unholy Hunger, a second one. It's certainly solid removal. Much better than a Dark Dabbling. We have enough creatures. Yeah, I'll take the Hunger, I guess. That's fine. All right, Reeve Soul number 3. Absolutely. At this point, what do we cut? Probably Return Centaur. And Dead Servant number 4. There you are. Been waiting the whole draft for you, so we're going to take him. Probably cut the Husk for him. Just not a terribly exciting card in general, and probably not for our deck anyway. Although it kind of works well with other Undead Servants. That's a late Anointer. I'm going to take it and play it. Haven't quite figured out how yet, but I mean, maybe I don't play Totem Guide Heart of Beast. I just have the Grasp. Not that that's bad. It is 2-for-1 value still, but everything else in the deck seems good. Like now I take Anointer, I probably cut a Blood Curse Knight just because it's a 3-mana 3/2 with hardly any abilities. This is interesting. Unholy Hunger number 3. I'll do it. Maybe we just cut this whole little enchantment package and we play more of a just black-white value deck. I could take a second Read the Bones, which I don't think is bad. I kind of like having the first Assassin and playing it over a Blood Curse Knight. Now that we have actual 0 enchantments. All right, wait. I think it's the pick here regardless. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Triple Unholy Hunger, triple Reeve Soul. I think we're good on removal. Slug, sure. Second Grasp, sure. Infernal Scarring. Well, we managed to pick up a bunch of enchantments at the end, but I'm not even sure I necessarily want to go on the enchantment plan. I don't think I need to. Double Anointer. Like, our curve is pretty fantastic, actually. Quad Undead Servant is like the minimum I feel decent about. It's the only time I've done the Undead Servant plan, so there is that. It does have some synergy with Return Centaur, like I said, but I think we're good. We've got a really nice looking black-white value deck here. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with this deck, actually. Let's take a look. I don't think any cuts need to be made. This counts as a creature. Foundry counts as a creature. So really it's like we have 16 creatures. I could play a creature over the Blood Curse Knight since I don't have any enchantments. I don't think I really need the Weight of the Underworld. All of my 4-drops are better, and Unholy Hunger is certainly better too. And I just don't feel like cutting anything else. I think just playing this as a 3-mana 3/2 is not the worst. I could play the Husk, though. I lose a power. I lose some color intensity, but I'm still going to need double white to make this War Oracle work. So I doubt I'm going to have to cut back that much on planes anyway. Would I rather have a guaranteed extra power or a dude that can sack guys to get in? I guess Husk does work reasonably well with Undead Servant, doesn't it? Alright, maybe we do that. Those Blood Curse Knights don't really do much for this deck anyway. Alright, interesting deck for sure. Sort by color. So we're going to need double white. I think with Foundry and Evolving Wilds, we're still going to end up doing like an 8/7 probably. Because we're not black color intensive. So this is 9 ways to get black, 8 ways to get white, and Foundry the Councils, which I love. I think this deck's good. Certainly good. Triple Revesoul, triple Unholy Hunger, and some synergistic mid to late game Undead Servant plan. Certainly a late game Gideon's Phalanx, and some pretty good early plays too. So cool deck. Definitely a cool looking deck. We'll see how this plays. All right. I'll see you round 1.